Hey everybody, Ben here from DMC Films and Cinder Studios, and it has been another really great year here for the channel DMC Films and Cinder Studios here on YouTube. For starters, I just want to thank each and every one of you for supporting and subscribing to this channel and really giving it the time that I personally feel it deserves given the work that I put into it for each and every one of you. I started this channel in 2008, just sharing my short films and things, and it wasn't until about 2010 that I uploaded my first art video. I never thought it would grow into something as small, still small but moderately sized as it is, and I'm just so thankful for anyone who's been here from the beginning to those of you who have been following me just in the past year. I know you guys really love the painting process videos as well as all the tutorials I've been putting out. This month may seem it's been a little bit dry, but I'm actually really hard at work on some new content for the new year. You'll see the trailer for that comes out. I believe it's the 31st, New Year's Eve. I think is the 2015 trailer. I've just been working on some editing this afternoon. Just trying to catch up and get ahead, really, for all the cool stuff coming up for the new year. One thing that you may have already noticed is that the camera quality is about 1,000 times better in this video. I upgraded my camera to something that's really nice. It's HD. I've got a microphone that's plugged into it, so audio quality is going to be pretty much spot on and perfect every time. I'm thrilled to have something with an actual nice big lens. I'm basically nerding out over a camera. But I'm just thrilled to have this thing. It's going to really kind of be a nice quality boost for the channel, and you might think, oh, well, you have that old camera, doesn't it still work? I mean, it does. It's starting to show its age a little bit. Hopefully what I'm going to try and do with that is, next time I'm doing a specific painting tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the main camera focused on what I'm working on, and then the old second camera is going to be focused just primarily on the palette. I know over the years it's been hit and miss with showing the palette and showing exactly how I'm mixing the paint. That's going to be basically a dedicated little screen in the corner of the actual screen of me painting. So hopefully it'll be more unified and there won't be any problems there. In addition to the new camera, I figured, well, it's a new year, I need a new video intro screen. You might remember the 2013 intro screen, as well as the one from this year, the 2014 intro screen, which I think I sort of revamped it in about the middle of summer or so. And now the new title screen, I wanted it to be I wanted to utilize the new camera, so I wanted to do something that both utilized something that would, in a way, talk about my work and at the same time sort of highlight the name a little bit. All that happens at a 6-second clip, but I kind of used the basic, the screen from this past year as a model for that. And I'm like, well, I was sort of taking a walk down in the backyard, and I saw this actual big cinder block. Well, not big, but fairly small to moderate sized cinder block. And a lot of people ask, why Cinder Studios? Why is that a thing? Well, down here in the studio, this place has been finished since then. It sits in my basement, but we have these funny bluish green walls down here. It's just drywall over top of cinder blocks, and I figured, wherever I go, if moving down the road, or if I ever get a full commercial, professional studio, that that name will stick with me. It'll sort of remind me of my roots. But a lot of people still ask, why Cinder Blocks? Why Cinder Blocks? And so the brand new logo, I'm like, okay, well, not the logo's the same, but the intro is I took the logo and painted it on this cinder block that I found in my backyard, and it'll probably show up probably around March or so as a background item, just in whenever I'm recording a regular art video. You might see it sitting on my countertop. But so I took this cinder block and I prepped the surface, sanded it down, cleaned it off, then I went in and painted. I got a printout of the logo. I sketched it down there, and I painted my logo on that. And I thought, oh, it would be cool to sort of just like drop it, and have that be the introduction. So here's a little sneak peek at the 2015 video introduction. I don't know why. I love that. It's like I am so happy with this new intro, and it's just I just feel great about it. I can't wait for you guys to see it, you know, on a more regular basis coming next year. So the final thing to talk about is that you know, I start every video with "This has been from DMC Films and Cinder Block Studios," and everybody knows Cinder Block Studios at this point. You know, you've probably been to the official website. You find some things on the resources page. Maybe you've actually, you know, purchased a print on the shop. Who knows? But you know, everyone knows that name, and so few of you know my roots for the channel, and that's DMC Films. My username up at the top, if it doesn't just say YouTube/channel and then a bunch of letters and numbers, the actual username is Davos Moon. In a lot of early videos in the channel, especially the early live hangouts, you can actually see that username in the lower thirds. And that was something I came up with in high school. It sort of just followed me for a while and still scarred me for a little bit in some of my online accounts. But that name, I used it for basically a MySpace style. It wasn't MySpace style blog for these little stick figure comics I was making. I was about 16 or 17 when I had that site, and it was called Davos Moon Comics. And so that, you know, and then I started doing like little short film projects and things, and I would call it DMC, or Davos Moon Comics Films, so DMC Films. And you know, the logo sort of changed and evolved over the years. I was using city skylines from whatever city I was living in at the time. And then I got the film reel logo, which was just basically a doodle in my sketchbook that turned out really great. And it's sort of been there ever since. And I've, you know, done a few short films over the years. Some of my favorites have been Biocyber and Poison and House of Seasons. But you know, it's like I love doing these projects, and I love the technical aspect. I love doing like little costumes and trying to do old style special effects where it's not, you know, it's not CG, it's not After Effects. It's, you know, what can you make and actually shows up and looks nice on camera. I think like fake blood or maybe a prop or something. So I kind of want to start sharing that knowledge with you guys, and I do have an official website for it's dmcfilms.com, just like cinderblockstudios.com. And earlier this month I put up a video about starting to put up blog posts and things, and I want to start doing more with DMC Films. I can't always get around to making a film anymore, but there's a lot of things that I know I can pass on the young filmmakers, especially those who want to kind of dive into the more creative side of things, and maybe like prop making and that kind of thing. So just sort of interesting ideas for DMC Films, and I'm just going to start posting more regularly on that site as well. So be sure to check that out. So again, thanks to everyone who has subscribed this year and everyone who has subscribed before this year. I mean, when I say the number to myself all the time, we're sitting right around I think just under 1,900 subscribers. I knew I probably wouldn't hit 2,000 this year, but that is a lot of people. You know, that's a lot of you, and that's weird to me that any of you find my videos, you know, useful, and it's just such an amazing privilege to be able to be doing this, to be able to making videos to you. I love what I do here on the channel. I never want to stop doing this. So, I mean, just for the future, it can only get better, and it really gets better as the community grows. So with more live shows, you know, coming up, with, you know, more art videos, and if you guys ever have any ideas, share them with me. I will really consider doing them. A lot of my specific painting tutorials, there's a tutorial on grass, which I'm actually going to be updating for next year. There's a tutorial on mist and fog. Both of those came from user suggestions. Hey, can you do a tutorial on this? And if it's, you know, it's landscape based, I would have no trouble doing it. Granted, I'm not as good with figures and things like that, but you know, it's a process. Art is a process, and I love it. I love sharing my process with you, and I love sharing my artwork with you. You know, it says on the channel trailer that, you know, we all want to change the world, and this is my way to do it. You know, one artist, one person at a time. You know, that comes over, finds the channel, and if I can say anything that they find useful and take out of this channel, then I feel like I've succeeded. You know, I'm not in it for subscriber numbers. Well, it's nice. I'm in it for the community, and that's something I really learned through the live shows and through everything else. You know, this channel isn't specifically trying to get you to watch. You know, I'm not super concerned with numbers of views, but I just really hope that, like anything I do, if somebody puts that one comment up that says, "Man, this really helped me out. I really like this." That's what I do this for. I do this for the individual artists, not just trying to please a crowd. And if somebody else can find something useful in my work, then I feel like I've succeeded. And I've continued to succeed in doing this on the channel and to really build up this community. So again, thanks to everyone who is subscribed, and to future subscribers who are seeing this for the first time. Look forward to all the new content coming your way this January, and as always, this has been from DMC Films and Cinder Studios. See you guys next time.